Well, today is a Tuesday, the 25th of July, and sadly we're leaving Broome today. We're heading off to Derby. Unfortunately, I got a bit crook here, and the main purpose for being here, which was a cruise, a seafood sunset and pearling cruise, was cancelled because they couldn't start the boat. However, we still made do. We found a couple of nice bars. We've been to Matzo's, we've been to the Divers Tavern, and we did keep ourselves amused. Broome is a wonderful place. It's been a bit windy this trip. I've never encountered it at this windy in Broome before, but don't worry, it's still in the 30s every day. All right, we're going to hit the road soon and head off to Derby. Okay, we're stopped at the moment. This is part of the damage that was done during Cyclone Lisa in April 2023 when they had massive unseasonal rains in the Kimberley area, and it wiped out a lot of the bridges. This one here is going to cross the Fitzroy River. It's called Woollahri, or we're coming into Woollahri, and it's just been amazing to see the damage that's been done, but still be able to get through. So we'll just wait our time and wait until they tell us that we can proceed. By this time a long queue of vehicles had queued, but there was a pilot vehicle that led us all through the roadworks. We were on our way, but of course we were in a cavalcade and it was a little bit slow, but that didn't matter because it actually gave us a chance to have a good look at what work was being done to reconstruct the road. The water actually doesn't look all that dangerous, but then again, we are in the middle of the dry season and it hadn't rained for quite a long time. We did seem to go for quite a long way, but of course it was a massive flood and so much damage was done. But that was remarkable how they had got traffic moving through the area reasonably quickly. That is the mighty Fitzroy River, and during the wet, it is a formidable body of water. Here's the map of one of the shortest journeys of our trip. Just about everybody stops at Woollahra because there's not really much between Broome and Derby. And in fact, we're a lot closer to Derby than we are to Broome. Back on the road for the final leg into Derby, and it was pretty easy driving, to be honest. We're in Derby, and behind me is Derby's famous jetty. Look, there's probably a better look at it, I don't know. Well, it is famous in Derby. I don't know where else it's famous, but it's been an interesting time in Derby. We had a booking for a particular hotel made through the Derby Visitor Centre. I'm not going to name the hotel because it wasn't their fault, but no booking has been made. So we've had to make a sudden urgent booking at another hotel, and I can tell you we've just interacted with them and they were very, very good about it. So congratulations, Derby, on looking after your visitors. Derby used to be the major centre in the West Kimberleys, but now that's been well and truly overtaken by Broome, which is a lot bigger and a lot busier, and it's a bit of a tourist mecca. But I can tell you, I sort of quite liked Derby. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Derby has the second biggest tides in the world after the Bay of Fundy in Canada. They have 11-metre tides here. I mean, think about that. That's about a 3-storey building. That's a massive tide, and so this jetty has been built to cope with those massive tides. The water in Derby is quite muddy because it comes through the Cambridge Gulf, and the Cambridge Gulf itself is not all that deep. So it does look a bit disappointing, but it still flows pretty quickly. From the ground, Derby doesn't look to be that much, but from the air it's actually much, much bigger than you realise. However, we're in Derby for one reason, and that is to do the Horizontal Falls tour, which would occur the very next day, and I can tell you, the trip to Derby was really worth it. If you're enjoying our videos, please subscribe to the station, and we'll notify you about how you can follow Heather and Steve's adventures.